my name is Vincent, and I've done some assignments using Visual Basic. And in the first assignment, I use Visual. I connect my Microsoft Access database to Visual Basic. So this is my Microsoft Access database with an employee ID, first name, last name, date of birth, country, contact, and contact. Right? So these are sample data that I've input here to do before I do the connection. So this is my Microsoft Access database. So after the connection, so I've connected the Microsoft Access database to my Visual Basic. So this is my Visual Basic. So after the connection, this is how the interface looks like. So let's run it and see how it goes. Yeah, so after running it, these are the information. So the same information in my Microsoft Access database has appeared in my Visual Basic, which means my connection has been successful. So this here is used to navigate to the next name like that. That's it. So let's go to our second project. So the second project is how to delete and update a grid view table. So I've created this form, and on the form I created some text boxes to collect user information that will display on our data grid view table when the user fills the information and click on submit. And also the user can delete a particular row in the table, and also can also update a name. The user can also update names and other information on the form. So these are the code for. This is the code for the form. So I use this part of the code is used to initialize the table. So the table contains this information, that's the desktop one, ID, index number, first name, last name, and then age. And also the data grid view has been connected to the table using this line of code. So that is that. And I've so this line of code will make the text box is empty after the user clicks on submit or update for a new information to be entered. So these are the codes for the project. So let's run it and see how everything works out. Right. So index number. The reason why I start from index number is because the ID, I've used counter for the ID, so the ID will update on its own. So the first one is index number. First name, last name, age, let's say 23, and then submit. And the information are successfully displayed on our data grid. So let's do another one. First name, last name, and then the age, let's say 21, and submit. And that information has also successfully appeared in our data grid table. And the ID has clearly updated. That it increases from 1 to 3, like in that order. So let's do another one. Submit. Alright, so let's try and see whether the delete option works. So let's delete the third one. So third row, and it has successfully deleted. And also we can also update an information on our data grid view. So let's select the first one, update the information over there. Let's see the index information are successfully updated on our data grid view. Thank you very much. So let's move to the next one. So the next on our list is how to update tables in our data grid view using a single button. So this is the first. This is the UI of the form. So use one data grid view and then a button. So and these are the code for the form. So the first one will be index number, first name, last name, and age. This information will be displayed on an index box, index box to collect the information from the user. Let's run it and see how it goes. Click on add now. So say enter your index number. So you start with the index number. Okay. First name, present. Last name. I said age, enter 23. Press OK, and the information has successfully appeared in our data group. So let's use another one. This number. Okay, first name, Mr. Frank. Last name, Sarah. And okay, age of 34. Okay, and my information has also appeared successfully in our data grid view. So, which means we have succeeded in our mission, that is updating data grid table using only one button. Alright, so let's go to the next on our list. Alright, so this project, I created a form that will take with an ID text box that will take the ID of a user, the name, description, and also a picture from the user. So this table, this form is for updating, for taking pictures or images, or say let's say images from a user. So upon clicking on add, the information will be displayed on our data grid view, and then the picture can be updated, deleted, or we can also search for a particular picture, so a particular image. So let's say if the images are plenty, all of them will not display on the UI here, because the space here is very small, so we can equally search for them. So that's it. So this is the code for the form. This is our table, our grid view table, and we link the grid view table. We link the table to the data grid view. Yeah, so that is that. So this part of the form of the code is for the image. So that is for the image. Yeah, I use this code test box clear for the test box to be cleared after the user fills the form and click on the add button for another distance to be entered. So that is that. So let's run the code. Let's run the form.
I don't even have some drag law or you have to take on both sides. Stuff like gun.
Now, that's another position.
Yeah.
What do you think? Already, I'm today's the make money. I won't buy gun.
That's the gun you supply. I'm actually that's it. You know somebody is a gun. I say below the top they be doing.
Alright, so let's try and see what that
They definitely put up food and this
description of the image. So yeah, we'll browse the image. So upon clicking on browse, this will take you to where the photos are. So let's choose the first photo. Click on the photo. Upon clicking on add, the information is successfully updated, has been displayed on our data grid view. So let's try another one. Description. And let's browse for another photo. So this and click on add like that. So let's try another one. Description. So add. Okay. Another one. Browse. Let's choose this. Alright, add. Another one. Description. Browse for another photo. This. Add. It has appeared here, so let's see whether we can search for a particular photo. So let's search for this one. 534. So let's search for 534. Yeah, it has successfully taken us to where that particular image is. You can equally delete the photo. So let's say we want to delete this one. We just click on it and click on the delete button, and it has been successfully deleted. You can also update the photo. So let's say we want to update this first photo. You just click on browse, choose this one, and click on update. sorry, it was a mistake. So
But that's it. So if you choose to say direct finish,
so I click on this. Let's check
warehouse,
description.
that's about warehouse.
Updates, and it has successfully updated. It has successfully updated, been updated in our data grid view. So that is the end of this project. So let's go to the last one. So this one is how to transfer an information from one data grid view to another. I'm going to transfer information on this data grid view onto this data grid view, and also information can also be deleted. So the information, all the information here will be transferred onto this one upon the clicking of what transfer. So let's go to the code for the form.
Your CT was right. So remove the was right.
Watch.
Alright, so this is the code for the form. So this information here is for the first data grid view. So all these informations are on the first data grid view. These are the rest of the code for the project. So, because of time, let's see how it works. So this is the first data grid view, and we are going to transfer this information onto this data grid view. So upon the, so we are going to use the select for the transfer. So let's mark this one, the transfer. So it has successfully appeared on the second data grid view. So let's mark the rest and transfer them. So transfer them, and it has been successfully transferred. So let's say check for the removal of the data. So we say remove, and everything is gone because we have marked all, we have selected all of them, and we have removed them. So that's it. Let's go to the next one. So the next on the list is how to get the sum of total values on a table, the maximum value on the table, and then minimum value on the table, and then the average value of the table on a table. So this is the UI of the form with a data grid view, and then 4 text boxes to collect user information. So let's go to the form.
What time is it where you come out for the top of the camp? And you come out for the top. So, I don't know if you're visiting or some work or
The machine is a little bit slow, so pardon me for that. the codes for the form. So this information is for is what I used to create the table. So first name, last name, and what each. So because of time, I've used this code to create the table. So I set I as an integer from 0 to 11. So that means it will be 12 rows on the table. So that is that. This is where I've declared my sum, my maximum, and then my minimum as integers. So that's that. So let's check how it goes.
When you cut my hair, then you reduce the height of the hair. It will take me go wash the hair. You will wash them then. You know, we use towel to dry them before you. I see where they cut my hair. If I go, make the shape the hair.
You make it how the waves they shout. That's it.
Me, I know that there is. So you wash my hair.
Right, so form has successfully loaded. So with this information on the table, so the form is going to calculate the sum is going to calculate the total number for the ages. So 44 plus 30, this up to the last digit. So it has done the calculation and it's 444. And then the max is used to check for the maximum value on the table. So says the maximum value here is 62. So let's check and see whether it's true. Yeah, 62 is the maximum value, and then the minimum value is what? 20. So let's check and see where 20 is. Yeah, this is 20. So after 20, there's no other value here that is less than 20. So, and then the average here is 37. 37. Alright. So that is the end of this project as well. So alright, so this form is used to take images onto a data grid view. So I've created an ID here with a text box. This is a picture box for taking the picture, and then this one will direct the user to where to his or her file explorer in order to choose the image. So upon clicking on updates, the image can be updated. So when you click on the add to grid view, the image will be added onto the data grid view. So this is so this is the form for this is the code for the form. Sorry, this is the code for the form. This is the code for the form. So because of time, I will just brush through. Sorry for the comments. So let's try it and see how it goes. platform has successfully loaded, so let's try and see how it works. So the ID. Oh, sorry. Alright. So the ID is that. So let's browse for to use. Alright, so let's use this photo and add to grid view. So yeah, it has successfully been added to the data grid view. So let's take another one, browse. Use this one. ID 3. Say add to grid view successfully. Take another one. 5. Let's browse for another picture. Let's say this. Add to grid view. That's been done successfully. So we can equally update an image on the data grid view. So let's update this one and see how it works. So let's browse for it. So let's click on update. It has been updated successfully. Alright. So thank you very much, and this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.